Hello, all my fire signs. Welcome to your weekly energy update. And these readings, of course, are timeless, but this is focusing on January 9th to January 16th, if you happen to be watching it during that time. And the big day of energy is actually the day after what we're talking about, which is January 17th, the Cancer full moon. Because Cancer is ruled by the moon and it is a full moon, being so much water energy, so much emotional energy, it is impacting us this week. I did create videos for each of the zodiac signs for the Cancer full moon, which I'll have linked at the end of this video. So if you want to check those out to see what other energies are influencing you the week before the new moon the full moon and the 2 weeks after this Cancer full moon, then be sure to check those out. But for all of you, all you Aries, you Leo, you Sagittarians, no matter where you have it in your chart, this reading is for you. We're going to start off by taking a look at these guardian angel cards and just see what message the guardian angels have for you for this week. All right, so for our fire signs, what would you like them to know about this week, please? Okay, so actually was that one right there. So let's take a look here, and I love the imagery on these cards. And you have courage. And here, I'll show this to you so you can take a screenshot if you need that. It says, dare to be different, to make mistakes. Create, for it is in creation that you exist. In this world of dreams that stem from the eternal heart, you are one with all of creation. All is possible. Go forth and be true to yourself, for it is only through being true to you that you can be true to others. So I love that for you, because that is all about setting your fears aside. And it feels like this week coming up, especially with this new year and all this beautiful emotional energy of the Cancer full moon, that your fears of making a mistake and your fears of jumping forward is being overshadowed by these feelings that you just can't hold it back anymore. You're kind of sick and tired of not being the true you, of hiding yourself. And that's what happens when our fears get outweighed by this ugly feeling of not being ourselves. That's when we take action. And so this courage is popping in here for you. We're also going to pull cards here from the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot and just see what else the Creator would like you to know about this week. All right, what else for our fire signs, please? Okay. Those two there. And that one, obviously. So we'll do those. Any others? Okay, I thought that was one more. So we'll go ahead and put these like this. And so your first card here, Wheel of Fortune. So 10, endings and new beginnings, and these changes that are coming. There's a beautiful message that Spirit gave me about the Wheel of Fortune, which is before you came down here, you, as your higher self, your soul, chose, of course, this avatar, this human body, and this human character that you're playing on this earth. And you chose when you were going to arrive and when you're going to leave the game, and all these fated events that you want to have happen in your life. And within those fated events or those circumstances, you still have your free choice to choose what story you apply to that situation and what emotion you want to feel in that situation. And I know sometimes it doesn't feel like you're making a choice, but if we slowed down time and were able to look by millisecond at your life, you would see the point at which the old conditioned habit of a reaction is the choice that you make. And it's because you were told when you were younger at some point that when this situation happens, this is what it means. This is the story you were supposed to apply to it. When this situation happens, this is how you're supposed to feel about it. But when you realize, and this what this Wheel of Fortune is bringing for you, is letting you know that you get to choose what story and what emotion you feel. And though you may have felt that it is just this reaction and you can't help it, this is about that you can change the story, you can change the emotion about any situation, any circumstance that you encounter. And so you transform from feeling like life is this out of control drama train that's about to jump the tracks and dramatically explode in this gorge. And it switches from that to where it's more of a train that's connected to the rails, like, a monorail at Disney World, where it's connected and it can't fly off, and it's a smooth ride and it has all its determined stops. So you transform from feeling like life happens to you and you're a victim of life to that life happens for you. So this is this beautiful change of attitude, this change of awareness around your life. And so when you have that and you realize that no matter what comes your way in the future, it doesn't matter, because you get to choose what it means. You get to choose what you feel. So we stop fearing like the future and things that might happen, and we are able to be bold. We're able to be courageous because we're like, hey, I am the one in control of what something means and how I'm going to feel about it. No matter what the popular opinion from the outside world is, you get to decide. So I love that popped in here for you. Yep. And then you have another major arcana card, the Lovers. And this is about emotional decisions. But there's also this beautiful story with this one where the two cards before this, the Emperor and the Hierophant, have a shadow side to them, which is more like a dictator, where there's all these roles. It's all about others wanting to feel safe, so they're trying to control, gain more control, and take control from others. And this is like our childhood, right? When we're taught by praise and punishment to obey the rules that other people have imposed on us. And because we fear punishment and we like the praise that we were getting, we really strive to pay attention to the rules until like our teenage years. And this is where this Lovers card comes in, is this passion that sparks within us, whether it's for another person or a band or a movie or something that we want, where we're willing to risk the punishment or losing the praise because that thing we're so passionate about, we're willing to break the rules and let the rules go. So this passion that's coming up for you this week is this dream that you have, this thing that you want, that you're willing, again, this courage that wells up within you to go against all those supposed tos, those shoulds, those have tos, those need tos, those musts, all those expectations that we've taken on from the outside world, those popular opinions that we were talking about, and that you are going to have this courage to take steps towards your dream, take steps towards your passion, where you were fearing it before. You're no longer, because that passion has overpowered the fear of all that, like I said, the punishment and the loss of praise from others. So boom, these both messages work so well with this courage that's coming in here. And another major arcana. So the major arcana, there's 4 suits of the minor, and then there's the 22 cards of the major arcana. The minor arcana are more like situational kind of messages, whereas the major arcana are like life-changing things. So these are like you are realizing this big truth that you are in power of your story and your emotions. This is about, you know what? I'm tired of just existing. I want to live my passion. I want to live my life. And then the Hermit is about you going within and finding this beautiful star that you are inside this beautiful energy. So this is turning inward. The nines are all about finding within, becoming independent, going within and finding the wisdom, the brightness. This star that's in this lantern is you. You're finding this brightness, this higher self of yours, and all the wisdom, the capital T, truths that come with that, which are these truths that are coming through. So you're not afraid to go at it alone because you're finding self-sufficiency and you're realizing that the outside world is disappointing. It's just the way it is. People change or pass away. Situations like jobs and education, things like that, never stay the same. And your body, your possessions, the outside world, it either, those things break down, deteriorate, or burn down, or are stolen. So they're all unstable and disappointing, but you're finding within you what you've been looking for all along. And that's what's giving you this courage of, you know what? I get to decide what everything means. So boom, I'm moving forward. And then you have the Page of Cups. Cups are your emotions. And pages, there's two things that pages are. One is that they're usually young, and this is about newness, going to a new level of your emotions inside, a new way of feeling things that you haven't felt before, which makes sense with this bravery that's coming, and you're like, I'm ready for this next move. I'm ready to feel differently than I've been feeling all along. The other thing, our pages, of course, were the hear ye of the olden days. And so they're messengers. And so this is that you're going to be getting emotional messages. You have the little fishy talking to you here in the cup, which means that you're going to be getting these, it's like almost empathic. It's gut feelings. And it's really these nudges, this guidance that's going to come from your emotional side, from your gut, and trusting that intuition, trusting that gut, connecting to spirit too. That's where we hear, that's where we feel, is from the spirit realm. The spirit realm is all about unconditional love. And I don't even know if we really speak words over there. We just feel, and the emotions speak. And so you're getting these emotional messages that you just feel something. It's not even like in your head. It's just that you feel something, and you just like, I want to go this way. And you do it, and you follow your passions. You follow this inner wisdom. You follow this guidance. You follow this truth. And it just changes things. It really is a beautiful spark for this new year coming for you. So I love what this is having spark for you this year, especially for this week. It's just this initiation into living instead of just existing, to breaking free, like I said, from all these roles, all these supposed to be, all these shoulds, all this restrictiveness, and to feel this freedom that life unfolds for you, and to regain that power of choice, knowing that you get to decide what story you're going to apply to anything that comes your way, and understanding that you get to choose what emotion you want to choose as well. And what that will take for you is, when anything new comes, is just doing a pause. If you can, take a deep breath, take 2, take 3, take 10. When any situation starts to come where you feel that emotions start to rise of fear, take deep breaths, because that will just kind of derail you off of the regular path, your old way of thinking, your old way, your old habit of reacting in a certain way, and allow you to come back to your mind and come back to this wisdom that you're gleaning and go, wait a minute, I don't have to react the old way. I can emotionally respond from unconditional love instead. I don't have to have that story around that, and this is not meaning this is what's going to happen to you, but like if you lose your job, instead of feeling like it's devastating and it's the end of the world, you're like, okay, that was maybe a toxic relationship that I knew and I didn't want to end it, and it's ended for me, and not to me, it ended for me, and I'm ready for that next fated event that's going to happen, and because this thing needs to be removed for me to move on to something else. And now I have an opportunity to change careers or move to a different location or do something, because either a job ended, or education ended, or a relationship ended, or something ended where you're like, okay, I'm ready for this new stuff. You will look at it in a completely different way. So I love this for you. All right, well, I'm going to leave the reading there. I do want to let you know that in addition to these readings, I also put out monthly readings by each zodiac sign, new moon, full moon readings, and a variety of other readings. And of course, I also did a new year reading, like a little sneak peek into 2022. So I'll have that linked here and a lot of those videos linked here in just a moment. But if you're enjoying these videos and if you want to be notified of when these new videos come out so you don't miss a thing, if you give this video a little like and you click the subscribe button and the notification bell, this will allow you, one, to be notified when new videos come out, but also helps you share the love, because when you like this video, it just helps the YouTube algorithm share this video with other people as a recommended or suggested video. I never have any expectations that you do that, but if you feel so inclined, I would greatly appreciate that. All right, all my dears, just know that as you're going through your life, each and every second of every day, you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon, but until then, you take care.